beginner workout. If it's your first time with the ball, I have the link from Amazon. I have mine a little bit deflated. That's one of the big advantages of the ball. A lot of exercises, if they're a little bit deflated, will be a little bit more challenging than if you have the ball fully deflated. The other thing I really like about the ball is you can inflate and deflate on the fly. So it's great to travel with because it deflates to nothing. Let's get started with our feet together. And let's go Pilates stance, heels together, toes apart, right, feet in a V. And just start with the ball in between your hands. And just let the hands sit by your hips and just go to your heels, the balls of your feet. Lift your heels, come to your toes. Balls, heels, balls, toes. Inhaling and exhaling. And then come to the spot where all three are balanced. Drop your tailbone down. Squeeze the ball gently between your palms and then just raise the ball to chest height on an inhale. Exhale, lower on down, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Again, there's a slight bend in my elbows. And exhale. Now try to keep your abs in tight. Try not to stick out your booty or round your spine. A few more times here. Shoulders are reaching down, crown of the head reaching up. All 10 of my toes are on the floor. Last time. Now bring the ball to your right hip. We're gonna do mermaid. Arm goes up. I'm gonna keep both shoulders away from my ears and I'm gonna side bend, reaching the ball down. Come all the way up and I'm gonna restack my spine straight. So it's a side bend. Whenever you hear mermaid, generally in Pilates, it usually needs a side bending position. Being that it's more of a beginner intro to the ball class, I'm not going to go too crazy, but this should feel good if you haven't been doing a lot of side bending. Exhale. Inhale, my chest stays open, my neck stays long. One more time here. I'm making sure I keep your left shoulder down off your ear. And now slide the ball over to the other side. We're gonna go right to that other side. The ball should be on your left hip. Your right arm is gonna reach up, both shoulders are off your ears and you're side bending. And inhale. Exhale. A few more here, keeping the neck long. Try not to twist, try not to let that neck crunch into that left shoulder. Inhale. Now from here, bring your hands back over to the front of your body. Draw your shoulders away from the ears and restack that spine up. Let's go ahead now and take your feet to parallel. So what that means is your heels and your big toes and your pinky toes are all, if you're drawing a line on the floor with your toes, they'd all be parallel to each other as opposed to feet in a V where they'd be turned out. Right, so with your parallel position, squeeze the ball again. Remember, our neck is long, belly is tight. Bend your knees like you were sitting down in a chair behind you. Just come about halfway down. Stretch. Abs are in tight. Arms come up, exhale. Inhale. So here's the side view. Remember, feet are parallel. You don't have to turn around if you're at home. But I just wanted you to see my spine. Watch what we're not going to do. Right? So we want to keep the spine long. We don't want to shorten that low back. Exhale. The other thing we don't want to do is kind of bend from the knees and not send the hips back at all. So there's a balance. The hips and the knees are bending. The angle at my hip, the angle at my knee are both changing. I'm about the same right now. Try it with the ball between your thighs. So we'll do the same thing with the arms just for simplicity's sake. Find the balance between toe, ball, heel a few times. Squeeze the ball between those thighs, right? So if you open your thighs too much, you're gonna drop the ball. We wanna keep the ball between the thighs. So squeeze it slightly and squat, raising the arms up. Spine is neutral, nice and long, and down, up, down. Right, you want to send the knees directly over the midfoot. Last 3, and 2. Hold, and I'm gonna have you take your hands to your hips, shoulders are back, abs are tight. I'm gonna reset, make sure that I am neutral in my spine. My spine is long. Start to squeeze the ball. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 3, 2, hold. Raise your right heel up, and we're gonna pulse down, pretty much on that left leg. Down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that heel, lift your other heel, keep squeezing the ball, pulse it down, 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 abs are tight, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop both heels, raise both arms, come all the way up, lift your heels, lower, squat, little combo, lift, lift, lower, squat, lift, lift, lower, exhale, inhale, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, come on down to the mat. Keep the ball between your thighs. I'm gonna reposition it so it's just a little bit up. First thing we're gonna do is plant our heels down. Again, my feet are pretty parallel. A big thing here on this series, I don't want you to lift your feet. So cement them down. Keep squeezing the ball. Lift your spine really tall. And then just give me a little round. Left, round. Inhale, exhale. So we're going into that Pilates C curve. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze the ball, plant the heels down. If you get the toes down, great. I have really, really tight Achilles tendons, so sometimes that's hard. You'll see me lift my toes, but you can keep your toes down if you're really flexible feet. Now, abs are tight. We're gonna start to roll down a little bit more than we were. But the big thing is we wanna round through the lower back, right? That whole rolling through the spine concept, where you go one vertebra, so low back, mid back, coming up. And I'm really trying to stay out of my shoulders. I'm really trying to plant the heels down. Now we can reach the hands forward and up, round back and up. Now if we start to go back further, we can try to exhale on the up. It'll be harder, inhale. Now if you squeeze the ball, it'll make that a little bit easier on you. Now from here, we're going to go into roll downs. It's really one of my favorite ways to work the roll downs. And I think I'm a little bit too inflated for this next series, so I'm gonna just take a little bit of air out. Now, if you're a total beginner, you might want a little more than this. Again, everybody's body is a little bit different. So we're going to play with the ball right underneath your pelvis, or right underneath the small of your back. And keep the heels planted down and start to send your weight of the hips into the ball. Keep planting the heels down. I'm gonna have us squeeze the thighs together now. Bring the hands forward and just round back an inch, come up an inch. So it's almost like you're sending your weight to the ball, then you're using your abs to lift. Inhale, exhale. I'm really trying to stay out of my shoulders. Now, can you take one hand behind the nape of your neck? You're gonna keep the other arm forward. Exhale up, inhale down. Now here's where it's gonna get fun. We're gonna hold it back there. Keep both hips planted down, little pulses back, 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 back. 4, 3, 2, hold. Now bring both hands forward. We're gonna do pulses here. Relax those shoulders, pulse it back, 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 and 4. There's small little moves, pulling my belly in to come up, in, hold. We're gonna switch hands, so take that other hand behind the nape of your neck. Go back an inch. I'm trying to keep this elbow wide, up, back. I'm trying to stay really square on my hips. Exhale and inhale, exhale, inhale. So these are the slow ones. Now go into those pulses, back, 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 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come up bring the ball back between your hands. Squeeze the ball slightly between the hands. Roll back halfway, tap the ball down, come back up, sit tall. Roll back right onto that right, it might be your left side, and then come up. Keep the hips planted. My shoulders stay away from the ears. I'm working on rotating and up, twisting back, and up. Hold it back. Squeeze the ball between the hands. Draw the shoulders back. Now squeeze the ball. Squeeze. Squeeze. Stay really, really square through your feet and your hips. That's 4, 3, 2, 1. Come through the center. Lift for a second. Twist from those ribs. Go back onto your other side. Squeeze the ball and twist. Twist. Squeeze. 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 And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty. Come back up. And now come onto all fours. Working on the ball, it's all about balance. It's all about staying balanced on the ball and not moving much on the ball. If you've ever worked on a BOSU, or if you skateboard or snowboard or anything else that requires balance left and right, this is a great way to really, really get your core to fire in the right ways. So we're going to start with our basic cat-cow. Hands are on the ball. Hands are below my shoulders. Knees are below my hips. We're going to start with rounding, rounding, rounding. The ribs lift and the tail tucks. My abs are tight and my hips are right over my knees. Then we're going to arch into our cow pose. We drop the belly, we send the tail back, we look on up. And again, we're going to round into our cat and we're going to arch. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And inhale, really one rib at a time lifts to the ceiling. My head drops. I'm trying to keep my shoulders back. I'm really trying to hollow my stomach up to the ceiling. And then exhale, I'm really gonna open my chest, draw those arm bones back, drop my belly, send that tailbone back and look up. Now from here, we're gonna go into some glute work. We're going to take our hands onto the floor. And actually, you're gonna have us drop down onto the elbows. And we're gonna plant the elbows underneath our shoulders. And let's take one leg and place the ball between the calf and the thigh. I'm gonna press my weight evenly into both arms. I'm gonna come to my neutral spine. So you can round and arch a few times here to help you find neutral spine. Now, your neutral spine means that the natural curve of your spine is allowed to be, but we really don't want to be moving the spine. So no twerking during this move. Twerking can be done later after my class. So we can bring the hands together or have the hands here or hold on for dear life. I'm not a big stickler about that, but we are going to lift the ball without lifting the hip. So avoid that hip lifting. Right? And I'm really working hard at exhaling to not drop the ball, right? So if I let go, I'm gonna drop the ball. So I almost lost it just by unsqueezing the leg, right? So you wanna keep that waist really long. You wanna really fire up those abs. We're gonna do 5 more, guys. Exhale, inhale. Now on the other side of my body, that opposite stabilizing leg is going to be working. So if you feel it there, that's okay. Hold it. Now again, keep your hips square, meaning the hips and the shoulders are aligned. Both sides of my waist are long. We're gonna pulse up, 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 up. 4, 3, 2, hold. Now squeeze and release the ball for the next pulse. Let's flex the foot there. Squeeze, 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 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take the ball down, back to your hands. Place it back under the hands, how we started with that cat-cow. And then I want you to flex your toes. Keep that rounded position and see, can you lift and lower the knees? A few more like that. Keep your head down, keep your shoulders away from the ears, keep your abs tight. Exhale and inhale. Now go ahead and arch the spine. Lift. This will be a little bit more to low back. Lift. Lift. A little harder than if your hands were just on the regular floor. But since we do want to get you into planks a little bit later, that's a good practice. So we're going to go ahead and change the leg. Squeeze the ball. Drop to the elbows. Round and arch if you like to find that neutral. Inhale and exhale. Now, I'm gonna make sure my stabilizing knee is pretty much right underneath my pelvis. I'm gonna bring the other leg up. Keep the waist long. Gaze is forward, waist equal between both hands. Lower the leg, lift. Exhale, lower, left, inhale. Right, keep that neck long. That's my challenge a lot. Now, I wanna make sure both arms are pressing into the mat. Last 6. I'm really squeezing the ball so I don't drop it. My belly is really tight. Inhale and exhale. Hold it up now. Pulse just the leg up, 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 up. 4, 3, 2, hold it. Now remember the other pulse is squeeze, 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 squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, guys. So take the ball and place it between the thighs. Place your hands onto the, I'm gonna have us go a little wider today just so we get a little bit of chest muscles in. So notice I'm off the mat. If that doesn't work for you, then of course keep your hands on the mat. I find that it's a little bit easier since this is a beginner workout to do planks or push-ups with your hands a little bit wider. You'll recruit more of your chest muscles. You will need to keep the feet pretty close so you don't drop the ball. Just hold the plank, right? Your feet are back. Now remember, your hips shouldn't be up high. Your hips shouldn't be down low. They should be right in a diagonal line with the rest of your body. Now squeeze the ball, release. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. And 4, 3, 2, abs are tight. 1, hold it. Now, I'm gonna have us come with the hands a little bit narrower and just come to a kneeling plank. Hold your abs in, squeeze your bottom a little bit, squeeze the ball. Maybe you can do a kneeling push-up with the arms a little narrower. Here will be a little bit easier. That's a little more chest, but if you want to give that a whirl, we're on the knees. Notice that my elbows both bend close to my body. 3 more. 2, and I'm not going down far. It's the beginner workout. I just want you guys to get used to holding your body weight, your whole body weight in that plank position. From here, we're gonna turn it around. Just flip it over like a pancake. We're gonna do our reverse planks. And let's start nice and easy, hands back. Press your feet into the floor. Feet are parallel. The ball is really there to remind me to keep my thighs in parallel. We're gonna draw the shoulders back, right? So after all that plank work, I want you to feel good. Lift your hips. This won't feel that good if you have to do a lot of this kind of work. It'll feel kind of tight. But we're really gonna start to mobilize the shoulders. Exhale, and down. Lift, lower. I have my hands back. Also take your hands out to the sides, if that helps. A little less stressing on the wrists. Last 3. I'm really squeezing my shoulder blades down. I'm really pulling my abs in tight. I'm really squeezing the ball. Hold it there. Open your chest. See how high you can come up. Open, open, open. Hold it for 8. And now I'm gonna press into all 10 of my toes. I'm gonna send my hips up higher. I'm gonna breathe really deep. Last 4, 3. Don't drop. Hold it. Now squeeze. Squeeze that ball. Squeeze. Squeeze. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips. Thank you. So we're gonna lay down. And let's go ahead with the ball back to the thighs for right now. And let's place the hands behind the nape of the neck. And let's reach the elbows out wide. And let's just flatten and arch the spine here a few times. From here, come to your neutral position. So neutral lower back, all over the space. Keep the hands behind the nape of your neck. Squeeze the ball for me. Curl your head up. And release down on an exhale. Exhale up. Try to keep your neutral spine. Inhale down. A few more like this. Exhale. My elbows are really open. My neck is really long. You can send the weight of your head into the mat. Now let's really focus on pressing all 10 toes into the mat. Now hold it up there. Squeeze the ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep that neutral spine. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest your neck for a second. Let's keep squeezing the ball for me. Maybe squeeze the feet a little bit closer together. Reposition your neutral. Hold neutral. Reach the head up. Stay high. Twist to your left. Center. Right. Center. Really rotate from the waist. A few more. Exhale. Work hard to keep those elbows open. Exhale and inhale. 2, 1. Now from here, grab the ball. Sit on up for a second. We're gonna place the ball right to our shoulder blades. Now, the closer on this exercise, the closer that you go to the lower back, right? With this exercise, the more challenging these will be. So I'm gonna show it to you with it below my shoulder blades, and we're gonna drop the heads back. Let's start with the knees bent. There's going to be a little bit of space, but I don't want you to, I really want to get us out of arching here. I want you to just really make sure that's long. We're gonna reach the arms up, send the shoulders down and up a few times so you can feel the arm bones plugging into the shoulder sockets, lifting. Now when I drop my arm bones into the shoulder sockets, I feel the pressure on the ball, and that's what I want you to feel as you lower and raise the arms. Work hard to scoop out your belly, really keep your belly in, pulled in, exhale back. Notice that I'm not letting my shoulders lift too much to my ears. And then keeping with that feeling of the shoulders staying on my back, on the ball, I'm circling my arms. And then the other direction. Make sure you're breathing. Last one. Awesome. Now, from here, just want to get us out of any neckiness. So that's a really nice way. You can always go back to that exercise if maybe after a long day at work, so you can just lay down. You have to even keep one of these at your desk at work, and you really just open on up there. With the neck, with the legs long, it's going to be a little bit deeper, so that's a really good stretch. Remember, as you take that a little bit further back, the stretch becomes a little bit bigger, so that's a bigger arch. Careful if you're doing all that. But from here, we are going to go into our abdominal series, or the series of 5. First, I'm going to have us bring the ball above our chest, drop those shoulders down. I'm going to have us go into an imprinted back here. So I'm not going to have us do this in neutral. There's just a lot going on. So imprint the back. And remember, we don't want to tuck the booty up, so the booty should never lift. Bring your feet into your chest, into your table. Just stretch one leg away, then the other. Right, I'm really working hard to keep my low back long. I'm imprinting my spine. Now, really high is easy. Really low will be a little harder. Remember, it's single leg stretch. So reach, reach, reach. Adding on, twist to the bent leg, twist the other bent leg. Exhale. I'm staying really, really balanced on my hips. I'm trying to keep my pelvis square. Exhale. Exhale. Squeeze that ball. Squeeze that ball. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest your neck. Lace the ball between your ankles now. Place your hands above your shins and bend your knees. I'm imprinting my spine today. We're gonna raise the arms and the legs up, down. Inhale, exhale. You have to squeeze the ball, okay? Or you'll drop it. Don't drop the ball. Imprint that back. We can try it with the head up and inhale. Exhale and exhale. Go a little lower to make it harder. Last 6. Now, if you want to add the arm circles in, the arms circle as the legs come in. They go straight back, around, back, around. And 3, and 2, and 1, and done. Now you can look from right to left. I grab the ball from my ankles just to loosen up your neck. Now place the ball behind the head. And I'm really, really happy to show you this modification because if you're doing Pilates and your neck ever hurts on the head up exercises, this is a great way to alleviate any of that Pilates neck tension. I try not to put a lot of crunches in the workouts just because too much of us are doing too much crunching over our desk, but this can feel great. Now we've got to stay really flat in that low back. Stomach is pulled in. We're extending the legs up. Now we're going to lower one leg down and pull the other leg. Stretching the hamstrings, the back of the legs. Let's try to flex the feet. Flex the feet. Now you can always lift the head up a little bit if you want to make it a little bit more challenging. You can always keep it in the ball. And we're going to add double pulse. Pulse, 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 pulse. I'll show you some mods. You can bend the knees. You can always keep the head down. Or you can have them really straight. This will be a little harder. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. So go ahead, lower the head down. Let's have the arms at our sides. Let's keep the head on the ball now. Let's try to keep the legs straight. You can bend the knees to modify. Stomach is really hollow against the mat. Legs are straight. They lower down slow. They lift slow. Like a pendulum. Down, down, down. Up, up, up. Exhale down. Inhale up. You can keep this really small. It'll be a little easier. Making them bigger is harder. We're going to do 5 more. Exhale. Inhale. My feet are pointed. My legs are squeezing together. Last 2. I'm really keeping my legs as straight as I can. And 1. Excellent. Go ahead and take a little bit of a hug here. We're going to grab the ball and sit on up. We're going to have our legs about mat width apart, and let's place our hands on the ball and just round the spine forward and come up. Round it forward, come on up. Exhale, inhale, right? I'm just pulling my stomach in as I stretch, and then I'm stacking it out. Okay, so you're sitting up tall. Let's go ahead and sit up tall. Flex your toes. We're gonna add a twist. Reach back, keep your hips square. Inhale, come up. Twist the other side, reach. So one arm is back. I'm fighting hard to keep both hips down and both feet flexed. Inhale up, exhale over. Up, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale. Go ahead and lay back again. Placing the ball between your ankles. This time reach your arms down into T. My palms are down. My gaze is on the ceiling. I'm just moving the ball to one hip and my legs over the one hip and then the other. Now I'm going to look to the opposite hand, then look center, other hand. I'm working hard to stay still from my hands to my waist. My legs are moving. I'm swaying from hip to hip. Exhale and then inhale. Exhale. Really good chest opener. Really working the waist. If you want to go a little deeper, it'll be a little more challenging to keep that opposite shoulder on the mat. 3 more times, guys. Exhale over, up, over, up, over, and up. From here, the hands come to the side. Turn the legs out. Now I'm going to reposition the ball. Heels together, toes apart. Now I'm going to keep my hips on the mat. I'm going to go back to that imprinted back. And I'm going to circle the ball on the ceiling. To the right, through the center, left, middle. Then we go left to the center, right, start, and then to the right. So we're constantly changing the side that we're turning towards. So first I circle right, then I circle left. A few more like this. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Last one. Exhale and inhale. From here, we're going to sit on up. Slide your hands underneath your knees. Keep the ball between your ankles. Balance. We're going to rock back and up. If you can, balance. And again, rock. Up. And again, rock. And thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you soon.